Hello everybody and welcome to Cowes England for this, the 48th running of the Torquay Cowes Powerboat Race, the premier event in the UK offshore powerboat racing calendar. This is the first time in nearly 2 decades that the race has been run non-stop from Cowes to Torquay and back, a distance of some 185 nautical miles. One of the features of the 2008 race is the controlled start involving the whole fleet of nearly 40 boats running up the western Solent under control of the start boat, Lord Beaverbrook's Pandemonium 5, at a speed of some 40 knots. The race fleet then muster off Hurst Castle, North Head Buoy, for the start proper, and out into the open waters, away from the constraints of the closed waters of the Solent. The race today involves a single start as one fleet to the first race mark known as Two Buoys, which is 5 miles off the Needles. At that point, the fleet splits, with the main fleet running to Portland Bill on their way to Torquay, and the second fleet turning west into Poole Bay for their own 35 nautical mile race back to Cowes. This is a great shot of the boats running up from the east to the main start zone off the Hillhead Buoy on the edge of Poole Bay. Here we are now at the start of the race. The adrenaline must be running with the crews on board as the start boat's yellow flag drops and the green flag is hoisted as they line up behind the start boat and power off at speed. Number 60, Silicon Fire, an early race leader, closely tracked by Fabio Buzzi, boat 177, and Richard Carr's Honey Party, with that distinctive exhaust note from the twin 850 Chieftain supercharged engines. This is compared with the Isotta Frescini engines of Silicon Fire. There's a nice shot here of Fabio Buzzi in red FPT with Rafael Del Pinar and Simon Powell on board. Boat 72, Garmin Racing, with Ian May, Top Gear cameraman extraordinaire, with designer builder Jeff Hunton co-driving, and Anna Lee on board as well. They're closely tracked by 171, the Cougar, a 47-foot boat known as Yellow Drama, with veteran racer Keith Schellenberg on board, 79 years of age and still going strong. This is the Rib Vampire Team Pulsar with Greg Marsden and Dave Hemming. Boat 17 TFO, 25-foot Revenger with Tom and Charlie Williams Hawks. This boat is closely tracked by 130, the Fugitive, the Shakespeare hull of father and son team, Francis and Stuart Whitley. Boat 171, Yellow Drama again. Now our helicopter tracks the Cowes Torquay Midfield with the 39-foot fountain blast-off of Dorian and his father Richard. The Griffiths team are pressing on, but with fuel problems, their speed is cut down drastically to around 60 mph. Being led by boat R13, Outboard Services, a rib where they worked all night fitting a long-range fuel tank so that they could get to Torquay and back. They finished the race on fuel vapor. Running very well is boat 43, Swipe Whites, Nick Gilly and John Fuller in this beautiful 31-foot classic Phantom. Interestingly powered by twin stair-push diesels of some 250 horsepower each. This boat did so well in the Round Britain 08. Another veteran, Johnny Culcutt in the Revenger 32-foot rib, powered by twin 300 horsepower Optimax engines. They had to stop for oil off Hurst Castle, only 15 miles from the end of the race. Boat 558, Cinzano. Tim Grimshaw, Nick Kaiser, Eric Smiley. This is a great shot and the sight and sound of this beautiful CUV hull, raced at one time by Renato Delle Valle and powered now by twin 650 Ilmore engines, up and running at last after their disappointment in the Round Britain race where they suffered several engine problems. Boat 96, Mr. Mako, a 29-foot Pasco rib with twin 200 horsepower engines. This low-powered entrant is doing extremely well with the experienced crew of Ed Williams Hawks and Miles Jennings on board. At Anvil Point they're going well. Hot Lemon, a Scorpion rib powered by twin Yanmar 315 horsepower diesels. Mike Deacon and David Deacon, experienced racers. They hold both a Round Britain record and finished high in the 2008 Round Britain powerboat race. Boat 471 Silverline, this 37-foot Bootsy Bullet powered by twin Cummins 350 horsepower diesels in the capable hands of Drew Langdon and Jan Falkowski. Boat 69 The Bandit, this 32-foot Hunton rib is powered by twin 500 horsepower petrol inboards. Just look at those super sprung seats supporting the crew of Barry Deacon, Robin Reeve and Graham Young. Our camera tracks the close battle here between number D90, a 41-foot Apache, of Glenn Childsroy, Matt Dix and Chris Lee. Flying Falcon is powered by twin 950 horsepower supercharged Chief engines, and the boats come all the way over from Ponty. Certainly finding its pace out today. Overtaking Carbon Footprint, the Sunseeker XS, powered by twin 315 horsepower Yanmars of Dean Gibbs and the Ganjavian. Number 47, English Heritage Buildings, a 29-foot Revenger rib, powered by twin 300 horsepower outboards of Darian Hook and Kevin Marshall. Our helicopter now races ahead to Portland Bill, where there's an exciting battle going on here. Boat 111 Venturer, a Bootsy hull driven by Andy McAteer, battles it out with the man himself, Fabio Bootsy, in third place. He in turn is behind Silicon Fire, another Bootsy hull, with Mario Invenizzi and Peter Dredge on board. They are in turn led by the race leader, Honey Party. This boat, driven by Richard Carr, has been clocked at over 120 miles an hour in Spain, and today our helicopter's having trouble keeping up with it at 110 miles an hour. This fully loaded boat is complete with air-con, so at least the crew will be having a comfortable ride today. At the Bridport Buoy in Lyme Bay, the positions of the leading boats are Honey Party being pushed hard and chased by Silicon Fire. Fabio Buzzi is close behind with this classic Buzzi shot of his beautiful boat, Red FPT. Ventura 111 running fourth. The Apache closely tracked by a rib with under half the horsepower of the Apache. Number 7, Carbon Footprint, the Sunseeker XS. Number 8, Bandit. 9, Cinzano. And 10, Silverlight. Cinzano opens up and passes the Bandit. The rooster tail shoots up, showing the power really being pushed on. After refueling our helicopter, a nice shot here of Chesil Beach as we pick up the battle between G and Swordsman in the classic class, recreating the contest they had in the Round Britain 2008 race. G, powered by twin Cummins diesels, today driven by Shelley Jury. The Clayton brothers are on board. I've just counted a total of 7 crew in all. They're racing close to Swordsman, boat 747, with the intrepid 747 pilots on board. We now pick up the race leaders off Portland Bill and the return leg from Torquay. They've now covered about 3/4 of the course, having crossed the longest offshore part of the course, Lyme Bay. A long slog, but today the weather conditions were favourable for the fast offshore racing monsters. Fabio Butz is in the lead, with Silicon Fire just 4 seconds behind. The crews must be greatly relieved that crossing the exposed waters of Lyme Bay, they're now on the home run. It's a beautiful August day with a light breeze just kicking up the waves enough to lift the hulls from the water. We pick up the race leaders again, boat 177 Red FPT, boat 60 Silicon Fire, rounding North Head and Hurst Castle, into the last leg of the race in the Western Solent, with only 15 miles to Cowes. Red FPT passed towards the finish line and the checkered flag off the Royal Yacht Squadron. A fantastic result for this 20-year-old boat, being the second time she's won here, the most famous powerboat race in the world, the Cowes Torquay Cowes. Second place goes to boat 60 Silicon Fire, another worthy Italian entrant and a Butzi design. Third place to Venturer, boat 111, another Butzi hull. With Silverline fourth, yet another Butzi, making this an incredible 1, 2, 3, 4 for Butzi hulls. A well-deserved fifth place for Cinzano, who, although finishing fourth, sadly went the wrong side of the finishing buoy, and while taking the race mark again, allowed Drew Langdon on board Silverline to pip them at the post and grab fourth place. What a fantastic finish, and this result is a true testament to the designer, builder and driver of Red FPT, none other than Fabio Butzi, whose place in powerboat racing history is already ensured. But this well-deserved finish will be another accolade and give him another bank of trophies for his already full cabinet. And here we have the results of the 2008 Cowes Torquay Cowes powerboat race. First overall, Red FPT, second, Silicon Fire, third, Venturer, fourth, Silverline, fifth, Cinzano, sixth, The Bandit, seventh, Carbon Neutral, eighth, Hot Lemon, ninth, Relentless, 10th, Rosie B, 11th, Swipe Wipes, 12th, Mr. Mako, 13, Outboard Services, 14, TFO, 15, The Fugitive, 16, Going Lean, 17, Yellow Drama, 18th, Team Pulsar Vampire, 19th, My Pleasure Gordon Compton, 20th, Miss Daisy, and 21, G. So it's goodbye from the Cowes Torquay Cowes Race 2008. And we're already looking forward to a repeat of the revival of this classic event for 2009.